Good morning and welcome to Matters Financial and Geopolitical from a Frontier. Home thoughts that this stunning bronze head once formed part of a statue of the Roman Emperor Augustus and was found buried at the ancient royal city of Meroë in Nubia, Sudan, 27 to 25 BC. It's rather stunning, isn't it? And it was found at a temple dedicated to victory at this ancient royal city in Sudan. You know, I did an interview with Maria João Lopo de Carvalho, and we'll be publishing that later today. And she was following the trip from Portugal all the way to Macau via Mozambique, Mombasa, Malindi, of this very famous Portuguese poet called Luís de Camões. And this is his description. The first description is of Malindi, where he was welcomed. The second description is of Mombasa, where they were not welcomed. And on that note, let me read you some of his poetry in translation, of course, which is always dilutes the effectiveness of the poem. The moon full-orbed forsakes her watery cave and lifts her lovely head above the wave. The snowy splendors of her modest ray stream over the glistening waves and quivering play. Around her, glittering on the heaven's arched brow, unnumbered stars enclosed in azure glow. Thick as the dewdrops of the April dawn, or mayflowers crowding o'er the daisy lawn. The canvas whitens in the silvery beam, and with a mild pale red the pendants gleam. The mast's tall shadows tremble o'er the deep. The peaceful winds a holy silence keep. The watchman's carol echoed from the prows, alone at times awakes the still repose. And one other one, time changes and our desires change. What we believe, even what we are, is ever changing. The world is change, which forever takes on new qualities. After a 10-year hiatus for security reasons, a train carrying tourists across the Sahara Desert in Mauritania has reopened. Ian Cox, that certainly looks a trip worth making. An amazing sighting of a critically endangered West African lion has been recorded in Pendjari National Park in Benin. Fewer than 400 adult West African lions remain. And of those, 100 live in Pendjari, making it one of the last strongholds for the species. Looks a place off the beaten track, but worth visiting. Largest population of elephants. The blue whale is the largest animal to ever live in the entire history of the earth. I wrote about the blue economy in November last year, and I called it a blue sky opportunity. Purdue Pharma, the makers of OxyContin, once explored expanding into the attractive market of opioid addiction treatment for the very drugs they were selling. And this, amongst half of the other dystopian stuff going down, was literally in Pynchon's inherent vice. That's quite correct. Very good book. What goes around may come around, but it never ends up exactly the same place. You ever notice? Like a record on a turntable, all it takes is one groove's difference, and the universe can be on into a whole nother song. You can only cruise the boulevards of regret so far, and then you've got to get back up onto the freeway again. And finally, from that book, last apricot light flooded landward and brought their shadows uphill, past the lifeguard towers, into terraces of bougainvillea, rhododendrons and ice plants.